Welcome back to our channel. We got a double whammy today just because you guys are on point. So a lot of you guys want to know how the process goes from a general population inmate crossing over to the other side. S&Y, sensitive needs yards. Like, hey, what are the steps? What is the process? What does it look like on your guys' end, right? Green side, correctional staff members. Well, and what kind of stuff do they have to give up? Like, are they singing like a bird, right? Are they saying more shit that they shouldn't be saying? These are all valid questions. And a lot of these vary. Every situation varies. Every individual varies. What I mean by that is, if you were at the top of the food chain, right, in the prison system, and you no longer want to be at the top of the food chain, or you no longer have a choice to, if and when you cross over, that is going to be a lengthy process. That is going to be an extremely lengthy process. Being that you have a lot of history, you have a lot of knowledge, and you have a lot of time under your belt where that's going to need to be disclosed. Those questions are going to have to be answered. And that makes sense, right? In any organization, any law enforcement organization, you kind of have to figure out the inner workings to be able to conduct your job, your business. That is what I consider debriefing, because that individual is, in essence, is debriefing their criminal career from start to finish, from early street gang, when they got jumped into the gang, if that's what their gang required them as an initiation to get in, all the way up to including jail, parole, prison, parole, prison again, depending on how many times how many terms they served with the California Department of Corrections. So, gang activity, crimes that may or may not have been committed, drugs that may or may not have been sold. All of this stuff is going to get extracted from you by your own divulging, right? You're going to divulge this information. We don't actually waterboard you or torture you because, well, for me personally, I could care less because not everybody's going to do it, but what you're not telling us, somebody else will. So it's not like we're not hurting for information. I can tell you that much. And you're probably thinking, oh no, I thought we were a secret. There is no secrets. There's no secrets. There's not. I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is the truth, right? You guys wanted to know the truth. This is the raw, real account. Those are for the real, main, big debriefings, right? Now, for your average individual, your average Joe Schmo, or even your torpedoes, right? You can fall out of graces. You can fall out of good standings for a variety of reasons. Creating a drug debt, you upset the wrong individual, you broke a rule, not our rules, mind you. Actually, I think probably breaking our rules is probably encouraged, but to a degree, right? As long as you don't bring heat. So, and then the other side, the extreme side, is if you're just flat out scared, cowardly, don't have a spine, never had an intention to be a real one, right? So, those are the varying degrees, right? And a little bit in between. We saw way more of the other ones, the scared ones, the ones that don't have it in them, the ones, oh, Jesus Christ, don't let me get into Donovan, because that is a joke. That is it's crazy. The manipulation of the system is unfathomable. So, this is what it would look like as a sergeant on a prison yard. You will get a call, right, from an officer in the building. Hey, Sarge, this inmate's trying to lock it up. Right, I said trying to lock it up because we have to gain facts. We have to establish some point of, like, logic here. All right, you know the drill. Put them in handcuffs. The reason we put them in handcuffs is so that they don't assault us. Why? Because if there's a serious threat on their lives, which in some cases there is, they were better off, those inmates, and this is crazy to say, are better off taking off on a cop, assaulting a CO, than getting stabbed by their own people. And another person told me this one time. They're like, hey, yeah, they'll take off on us all day long because they know at some point we're going to stop. We have to, right? It's the rules, the regulation, it's the law. But the inmates, they don't have to stop. They can go all the way, right? They can kill the dude. So it would make more sense for them to just take off. That's why we immediately put them in handcuffs. Cool. Now they call me the sergeant. All right, have them escorted to the program office. Have them escorted to the sergeant's office. Right, we clear the yard because if any inmate's getting taken out of handcuffs of a building, they're going to want to know, the other ones, the looky-loos, are going to want to know, hey, why is that guy getting taken out in handcuffs? He always struck me as odd or weird. Oh, he's PCing up, right? But they can attack him in the process. They can rush him, beat him up, stab him. It's happened. Especially if they know where, like, cell phones are located, contraband cell phones are located, drugs, weapons. They're like, oh my God, this guy's about to go spill the beans. Let's stab him before that happens. So these are just all possibilities. Definitely real possibilities. So they get escorted to the program office. You sit them in a nice little chair, right? You're already upset because you got a bunch of BS emails and a bunch of frivolous work. So you say, what's up, man? Right? Oh, I can't be here. I got safety concerns. Well, what are your safety concerns? Oh, I heard they're going to get me. I recognize a guy from another yard. He doesn't like me. There was some drama over there. I created a drug debt. We haven't been good since county. These are all things that can be said, right? Like, all right, well, how do you know that the guy wants to get you? Oh, because the way he looked at me when he was eating his cereal this morning, he looked at me like this. Really, bro? He looked, oh, I never called him bro, but really, dude, he looked at you like that? Yeah, well, you know what? Like, yeah, hey, I just don't even want to be here, Sarge. Like, this yard sucks. This prison sucks. Like, tell you the truth, I don't even want to be here, man. So now you don't want to be here. Yeah, you know what? As a matter of fact, I think I'm having chest pains right now. I think I need to call an ambulance. That's working at Donovan, right? Then he'll go on to say you raped him in the office, and now there's just a big investigation. Now you're screwed. You're miserable. All because of the shenanigans, right? So I have given you so far one extreme of heavy hitters, important people, versus, oh my God, the ones that just don't have a spine, a mind, or any honor, right? So what does it look like in the middle? Well, somebody in the middle does legitimately have safety concerns. This can be information that we, correctional staff, receive through information of other inmates when they request protective custody. Because one of the questions we'll ask you is, hey, is there any threats to any staff or other inmates? Oh, yeah. Smiley's going to get stabbed for sure. 100%. He pissed somebody off. So now we have valid information that Smiley is subjected to an assault. Hey, we bring Smiley over. We bring him in handcuffs for his protection, right? Because we're cops. We're COs, and this is what we do. We sit them down and we're like, hey, Smiley, we received valid information that your life is potentially in danger. Oh, nah, CO, I'm good. Sarge, I'm good, man. Just a simple misunderstanding. I'm good. You sure? Yeah, I'm good. All right, man, you're saying you're good. You know, like, this person said this. You're telling me this. You say you're good. You haven't been beat up thus far. Go ahead and sign here. This is, in other words, saying that they're saying that they're good. Right? Unless it is concrete evidence, we are not going to put that individual back, no matter how good he says he is. So we'll send them on their merry way. They may or may not get stabbed. It's happened both ways, right? But in the event that something does horribly happen, it's like, okay, well, this person told us this. That same person told us that wasn't going to happen. It happened. That guy got stabbed, almost murdered. You are no longer going to be amongst the general population inmates. It's not. It's not going to happen. We might transfer you to another institution depending on your case factors. But more than likely, if you're deemed no good, no, it's not more than likely. It's, let me know if you're from out of state of California, because this is how it works. If you're deemed no good on one California yard, you're not good throughout the state. Not going to happen. Right? So therefore, you now have to go sensitive needs, protective custody. Your life is literally at risk. Not playing around. So their information is given to us. Same thing, but it's just not going to be as lengthy as somebody that has more experience under their belt. It's going to be, like I said, none of this, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we don't talk to one guy, because they come by the numbers. There's more sensitive needs yards and inmates in the state of California than there are general population. Right? So, shout out to the real ones. Still holding it down. I shouldn't even say that. But that's how I was feeling towards the end. I was just utterly disgusted at what we were seeing on the other side. It was too much. It gone too far. It was bizarre. Right? A lot of manipulation of the system. Definitely manipulation of the system. And now they're trying to figure it out. Now they're bumping their heads at the top. Oh my God, we created a monster. What are we going to do now? That's not my problem, right? I miss the clowns. I don't miss the circus. So, the message for today, man, it's kind of a weird one because, like, I'm not going to tell nobody not to tell. I'm not going to tell nobody not to, relating to prison, I'm not going to tell nobody to sacrifice their life for ego, right? Because that happens. It happens in the military. You're young, you think you got something going for you, or maybe you do have something going for you. But what are the consequences? That's something you got to ask yourself, right? So, the message for today is choose your life choices wisely. You don't ever want to be in a position, you definitely don't want to be in a position where you have to tell on people. Telling on people is not even cool. Like, hey, mind your own business. And I tell my daughter, don't be a tattletale. And I mean that. Keep pushing forward.